Fáilte roimh go fáil mí níos Gaeilge. Welcome back to Let's Learn Irish. Level A1 Topic 8, Level A1 Topic 8, Rannóg go 7, Stadas Oibre, Cuid hAon. So Section 7, Work Status Part 1, ag díriú isteach a bheith ag Labhairt. So focusing on speaking. Lamúna, Labhairt faoin Stadas Oibre, speaking about work status. Ag fífrí de dhuine an daithnín a phost leis agus an cheist sin a ragart, asking someone do they like their job and answering that question. Cúrsaí a dhéanamh cineálacha oibre, describing work conditions. Ceist a chur faoi cineálacha oibre agus an cheist sin a ragart, asking a question about work conditions and answering that question. Ag fífrí de dhuine an bhfuil post áirithe aige agus an cheist sin a ragart, asking someone if they have a specific job and answering that question. Fostaíocht, employment. Tá mé féin ostaithe. I am self-employed. Tá mé féin ostaithe. Repeat after me. Tá mé féin ostaithe. Tá mé féin ostaithe. Tá mé féin ostaithe. Tá mé fostaithe I siopa nó I monarcha. I'm employed in a shop or in a factory. Tá mé fostaithe I siopa I monarcha. Repeat after me. Tá mé fostaithe I siopa. Tá mé fostaithe I siopa. Tá mé fostaithe I monarcha. Tá mé fostaithe I monarcha. Tá mé díostaithe. I am unemployed. Tá mé díostaithe. Repeat after me. Tá mé díostaithe. Tá mé díostaithe. Tá mé díostaithe. Fostaíocht, employment. Níl post agam. I don't have a job. Níl post agam. Oibre, say it. Níl post agam. Tá mé díostaithe. I am unemployed. Tá mé díostaithe. Oibre, tá mé díostaithe. Now read it yourself. Is múinteoir mé. I'm a teacher. Is múinteoir mé. Tá mé fostaithe I monscoil. I am employed in a primary school or an elementary school. Tá mé fostaithe I monscoil. Is múinteoir mé. Tá mé fostaithe I monscoil. Now it's your turn. Is mise Oprah. Tá mé féin ostaithe. I am Oprah. I am self-employed. Is mise Oprah. Tá mé féin ostaithe. Leamachos Oibre. Read it out loud. Fostaíocht lean. Employment continued. Níl post agam. So I've deleted the second sentence in each one of these and I want you to fill it in. For example, níl post agam. Tá mé díostaithe. Níl post agam. Tá mé díostaithe. Is múinteoir mé. Tá mé fostaithe I monscoil. Tá mé fostaithe I monscoil. Is mise Oprah. Tá mé féin ostaithe. Tá mé féin ostaithe. So we'll go through these again and I want you to plug in the sentence with the appropriate word. Fostaithe, díostaithe, féin ostaithe. Your turn. How did you do? Níl post agam. Tá mé díostaithe. Is múinteoir mé. Tá mé fostaithe I monscoil. Is mise Oprah. Tá mé féin ostathe. Agus inis, cúpla ceist, and now a couple of questions. An bhfuil tú féin ostathe? An bhfuil tú féin ostathe? If you remember correctly, we answer on will with tá or níl. An bhfuil tú di ostathe? An bhfuil tú di ostathe? An bhfuil tú fostathe is scoil? An bhfuil tú fostathe is scoil? So are you self-employed? Are you unemployed? Are you employed in a school? Níl, táim fostathe in ospidéal. No, I'm employed in a hospital. So I'll have you answer these questions now. An bhfuil tú féin ostathe? An bhfuil tú di ostathe? An bhfuil tú fostathe is scoil? Níl. Tá an bhuileog Stadas Oibre fostíoch uait don gníomhaíocht seo, ní the handout work, condition status, employment for this activity. There's a link to the handouts below. Stadas Oibre fostíocht. Léi na habartí seo a leanas agus líon na barnaí leis na focail Cuid. Read the following sentences and fill in the words with the correct word. Rannóg na freagraí on list the focail sa bhosca. Choose the answers from the list of words in the box. Come d'Abhairt féin chomh. Create your own sentences as well. An sin lé amach na habartí fad leis na barnaí is é sin gan na focail nua iontu agus beag the fortnéir na focail Cuid ó rá. Then read out the sentences with the blank, that's to say without the word in it, and your partner will need to fill in the correct word. If you don't have a partner, just go ahead and read the sentences out loud and complete both A and B parts yourself. Pause the video while you are completing this exercise. Agus inis na freagraí, and now the answers. I'll read the answer, and then for practice I'll have you repeat it after me. Is Mr. Richard Branson, tá mé féin ostathe. Is dochtúr mé, tá mé fostathe in ospidéal. Níl éon fostagam, tá mé di ostathe. Is iascaire mé, tá mo bhád féin agam, tá mé féin ostathe. Stadas Oibre fostíocht bí. Is freastalí mé, tá mé fostathe I Mílan. Is feirmeoir mé, tá mearm féin agam, tá mé féin ostathe. Níl mé ag obair faoi láthair, tá mé di ostathe. Is Mr. Simon Cowell, tá mé féin ostathe. Túram a chur in uail, giving your opinion. An má leat ceol tradiisiúnta? Do you like traditional music? An má leat ceol tradiisiúnta. Is má? Ní má? Yes or no? An má leat ceol tradiisiúnta? Is brála mé. I love it. Is brála mé. Repeat after me. Is brála mé. Is brála mé. Is fualam mé. I hate it. Is fualam mé. Is fualam mé. Níl sim dá laiad agam an. I've no interest at all in it. Níl sim dá laiad agam an. Níl sim dá laiad agam an. Tá sé ceart go leor. It's okay. Tá sé ceart go leor. Tá sé ceart go leor. Is málam go mór é. Gomaleisce, pardon me. Is málam é go mór. Is málam é go mór. You'll also hear is málam gomór. Repeat after me. Is málam gomór. Ní málam in ein chur. I don't like it at all. Ní málam in ein chur. Ní málam in ein chur. Anish, ceist the gomart. And now a question for you. An malat the first. Do you like your job? So using the sentences we just reviewed on how to give your opinion. Tá sé ceart go leor. It's okay. Tá sé ceart go leor. Is málam gomór? I really like it. Is málam gomór? Ní málam in ein chur. I don't like it at all. Ní málam in ein chur. Bríomhara, verbs. So we covered the following verbs in topic 6 on saol leithúil, daily life. I bríam, I work. I'll have you say it after me. I bríam, I bríam. Tosaíomh, I begin. Tosaíomh, tosaíomh. Chríochnaíomh, chríochnaíomh, I finish. Chríochnaíomh. I'll have you read those out loud. Agus anish, cuir na bríomhara seo in Abhartí. So put these words in sentences. Cuir na bríomhara seo in Abhartí. I bríam, tosaíomh, chríochnaíomh. Come rá Albert le gach bríomhara. Create 2 sentences with each verb. Come rá Albert le gach bríomhara. Lán aimsirthe nó páirt aimsirthe. Full-time or part-time. Lán aimsirthe, full-time. Páirt aimsirthe, part-time. I bríam ó na ní a chlog gach maidin go dtí a Cuid gach tránóna, Cuid lá sa teachtain. So I work from 9 o'clock every morning to 5 o'clock every afternoon, 5 days a week. Am I lán aimsirthe nó páirt aimsirthe? An bhfuil mé lán aimsirthe nó páirt aimsirthe? Lán aimsirthe, full-time. Tá post lán aimsirthe agam. Tá post lán aimsirthe agam. I bríam ó a ní a chlog gach maidin go dtí a héana chlog meán le dhá lá sa teachtain. I work from 9 o'clock every morning to 1 o'clock midday, 2 days a week. Will post lán aimsirthe nó post páirt aimsirthe agam? Do I have a full-time or a part-time job? Tá post páirt aimsirthe agam. Tá post páirt aimsirthe agam. I'll have you repeat after me. Tá post lán aimsirthe agam. Tá post lán aimsirthe agam. Tá post páirt aimsirthe agam. Tá post páirt aimsirthe agam. An dtuigeann tú, cad atá gceist le lán aimsirthe agus páirt aimsirthe. Do you understand what we're talking about? Full-time and part-time. Lán aimsirthe, páirt aimsirthe. Agus anish, freagar na ceistena, and now answer the questions. And don't forget how you answer a question that starts with an bhfuil. We're going to answer tá or níl. An bhfuil post lán aimsirthe agat? An bhfuil post páirt aimsirthe agat? And now read both questions out loud. Tá an bhfuileog Stadas Oibre lán aimsirthe nó páirt aimsirthe uat an gníomhaíocht seo. You need the handout, full-time or part-time for this activity. Lán aimsirthe nó páirt aimsirthe, full-time or part-time. Lé na habartí seo a leanas, read the following sentences. An sin, scríomh ceithre Albert cosúleo sna spás na Cuid, a ní go dtí a dóigh. Then write 4 sentences similar to them in the appropriate spaces 9 to 12. Lé na habairtí ar fad amach os ord. Read all of the sentences out loud. An sin, then, beagart de thuairim a chur in úl faoin 6 post atá ann, lán-aimsithe nó páirt-aimsithe. So you'll need to give your opinion about the type of job, part-time or full-time. Scríb isteach de thuairim, write in your opinion. Mar shampla, tá post lán-aimsithe agat. Tá post lán-aimsithe agat. You've got a full-time job. Buan nó sealadach, permanent or temporary. Tá post agam ar feadh 6 seachtaine mar tá duine tín san ifig. So I have a job for 6 weeks because someone in the office is sick. Is post sealadach é? It's a temporary job. Is post sealadach é? Repeat after me. Is post sealadach é? Is post sealadach é? Tá post agam le 20 bliain anuas. I've had a job for the last 20 years. Is post buan é? It's a permanent job. Is post buan é? Repeat it after me. Is post buan é? So I'll have you read those 4 sentences again. I'll have you repeat after me. Is post sealadach é? Is post sealadach é? Is post buan é? Is post buan é? And some more questions. An post lán-aimsithe é? An post lán-aimsithe é? Is it a full-time job? And if you remember correctly, we answer this kind of a question on madra é, se ní ha. Se ní ha. So an post lán-aimsithe é, se. And we pronounce this se, depending on the conúd. An post páirt-aimsithe é, ní ha. Is post lán-aimsithe é? No, it's a full-time job. An post lán-aimsithe é, se. An post páirt-aimsithe é, ní ha. Is post lán-aimsithe é? An post buan é, se. Ní ha. Is post sealadach é? So I'll have you take a moment and read through these out loud one more time, the different types of questions and how we answer them. Beag an bhfuilgeog Stadas Oibre cluiche bord uait an gníomhaíocht seo, you'll need the handout Work Status board game for this activity. This is an activity for a group of 3 or 4 people. So if you're working alone, you can use the board game the following way. You can read each question out loud and answer each question. And then you could also use it as a writing activity. Read aloud the question and then write down your answer. So if you're working on your own, you can skip over the next couple of seconds where I explain the game. Stadas Oibre, cluiche bord, Work Status board game. So for this game, you will need a pair of die, a pen, a copy of the handout for each group. You can either use real die or there's a free dice at the online address below. Cuirfidh na himreoirí a máil ar tosaigh agus caithfidh siad an dísle. So the players will put their counter at the beginning, at the start, and then they will throw the die. Is é an duine a hAon an uimhir is airde an duine a chuirfeadh tús leis an glutha. So the person who gets the highest number is the person who starts the game. Caithfidh duine é an dísle agus bogaigh sé ar aghaidh an méid spásanna sin. So person A throws the die and moves that many spaces. Cuirfeadh duine B an cheist atá ar an Rannóg sin ar dhuine A. So the second person will ask the first person the question that's on the square. Caithfidh duine A an cheist sin a ragart I gceart. So person A will have to answer the question correctly. Má agríonn sé an cheist I gceart, fáinnig sé ar an Rannóg sin. If they answer the question correctly, they get to stay on that square. Mana bhra agríonn sé an cheist I gceart, rachigh sé siar go dtí an áit ina rabh sé. If they don't answer the question correctly, they have to go back to where they were. Leannig an cluiche ar aghaidh mar sin, caithfidh duine B an dísle agus cuirfeadh duine C ceist there, caithfidh duine D an dísle agus cuirfeadh duine A ceist there agus aráile, go dtí sucrann ran fortaithe deire an bhord. So the game continues on like that. Person B throws the dice, person C asks them a question, person D throws the dice, and person A asks them a question. And the game continues until someone reaches the end. Agus sin deire le Rannóg Stadas Oibre, Cuid hAon. And that's the end of section 7, work status part 1. Ag Labhairt faoi Stadas Oibre, speaking about your work status. Ag fífrí de dhuine an daithnín an fós leis agus an cheist sin a ragart, asking someone if they like their job and answering the question. Cúrsaí a dhéanamh ar cineálacha Oibre, describing work conditions. Ceist a chur faoi cineálacha Oibre agus an cheist sin a ragart, asking questions about work conditions and answering those questions. Agus ag fífrí de dhuine an bhfuil an post áirithe aige agus an cheist sin a ragart, and asking someone if they have a certain job and answering that question. Tá na nótaí agus buíochas Oibre le fáil in éineacht le Cuid fuaimne agus nasca na cuisle, suíomh lús cartaí. The lecture notes and worksheets to accompany the course, along with the MP3 files and Quizlet links, this is a flashcard website, are available. The original files are available to download at Theastas Eorpach na Gaeilge, teg.ie, or edited versions can be found at my website, simplyjacintha.com. Direct link is in the description box below. Míle buíochas do Theastas Eorpach na Gaeilge as cead a thabhairt dom úsáid a bhaint as na háiseanna closamhairc atá le fáil ar a suíomh. Many thanks to Theastas Eorpach na Gaeilge for their information to use, the learning materials and resources that are available on their website. Tásúlgam gur bhain sibh tanamh as. I hope you enjoyed it and got some use out of it. If you did, like and subscribe and share with your friends who may be interested in learning Irish.